Now that I have my topology, I want to start my routers and start working with them. So I want to show you some iOS features and then go to basic interface configuration that you should know in CCNA level. But before starting your routers, take care of one thing. I want to go to directory that I have saved my configuration in GNS3, in test, in Imani, in PR CCNA Labs, in CCNA Labs, and in configs. Open one of these files and go to this line, where line cons0, you should see a privilege level 15. You should remove this command because this will take you straight to privilege mode, and I don't want to go straight to privilege mode because this is not the normal behavior a router shows to you. So I remove this command, save this file, and go to router 2. I remove this command again, and on router 3 I do the same. Privilege level 15 is getting removed, and on router 4 I do the same again. Privilege level 15 gets removed, and I close GNS3 and open it again to make sure that this has been applied to my topology. Okay, I click on recent files, I see my topology here. I can now start my routers from scratch. So if you have a lot of routers in your topology, I suggest you start your routers one by one by right clicking on router and hitting start. But because I have only 4 routers, I can start all of them simultaneously. To do that, I go to my toolbar and click on this Start All Device button. And whenever I saw all my routers get green in the right pane, I can right click on my routers and start the console. So I start console for router 1. I drag it to here. I start my console for router 2. Again, I drag it to the top left. Router 3. And if you have secure CRT, that's a better option for Telnet. But I want to work with the PuTTY consoles right now, and that's okay for me. Okay, now I go to router 1, and you can see this. Router 1 and a greater than sign. This means that you are in user mode in iOS. iOS has several modes, and the first mode that you can go is user mode. In user mode, you can just run very simple commands. For example, show interface command, some show commands that tells you what is the statistics of your router. And it does not let you see some very important features in iOS. For example, you cannot see router configuration, you cannot see interface configuration, you cannot set anything at all. So I want to see what commands are available in user mode. To see what commands are available, I press shift and type in a question mark. So whenever I do this, I will be presented with the list of commands that I have available here. And you can see this list is not too much because most of them are just for, showing things to me. Enable, disable, enable will take you to privilege mode. Disable or exit will get you out of this mode, and some of the other commands that are available here. Mostly I want to see show command. I type in a show command, and now I type a question mark. If you type a question mark, you can see what is available for you in this command. You can see that I have a long list of parameters that I can view. For example, I want to see the interfaces. I will use that. I type in a Control Z to get out of this list, and you can see that this show command is right here. I type I and next a question mark, and you can see that I have only those parameters that start with I. This is a feature that helps you find out what you're looking for. For example, if I don't remember what parameter I'm exactly looking for, And I just guess that this parameter will start with I can type an I and a question mark right next to it, and I will see the list of parameters that start with I. This is a very nice feature of iOS. It is called context sensitive help, and you can see these parameters have a very short description next to them. This is good to know what technology you are using, but this is another nice help. And unfortunately, you do not have a full featured help in Cisco like the one you see in Juniper routers. And if you want to know about the command, you should go to Cisco Support Center. And of course, browsing the support center is a huge deal for itself. So I will go with this. I don't want to, uh, talk about this too much. So I guess I want to use IP for this section. And now next I have a long list of parameters again. I want to see the list of interfaces that are IP enabled. So I use show IP. I hit Control Z again to get out of this list. And I guess I need to type interface. So I type an I and hit the tab key on my keyboard. You can see that nothing happens. This will tell me that a lot of other items are here that start with I. You should decide which one you want. So I type a question mark again to see what items start with I. I can see that ICMP, IGMP, and other lists are here available that they start with I. I want to use interface, so I type NT, and now I have typed in enough characters to identify the parameter that I want. You do not have to type the whole word. You just need to type in enough characters to identify that particular word from other words. You can see that int is only in interface and not in other parameters. So I have typed interface. So if you want to make it completed, you hit tab. You can see that interface is completed for you. But if you do not do that, because int specifically tells you that you are working with interfaces, that would be enough for you. So show IP interface. I want to see if any other thing I need to add. I type a question mark again, and you can see that I have several options, and in the end I have the option of hitting enter. This CR means you can type in a carriage return. That's an enter button on your keyboard. And of course you can add some more parameters if you like, but I guess this is okay for me. So I hit enter, and now I will see a list of interfaces available to me. I can see that I have a fast Ethernet 00 interface that is administratively down. That means it is shut down, and I have shut down it, or it is shut down by default. Administratively down means you do not have any error, but you have shut it down administratively. Now, if an interface is shut down, the line protocol, that means the layer 2 protocol will be down as well. So you do not have any case that you have administratively down and the line protocol is up. If your interface is down, the layer 2 will be down as well. But of course you can have cases that your interface is up but the layer 2 is down, and I will talk about it in the next sections. So I have 4 interfaces, all of them are down. Now I want to see the reason. I type in the command again. To type in the command again, I do not have to type all letters. I just press the up arrow key on my keyboard and I can see the last command that I had used. If I want to see the commands before that, I can press this up arrow key several times. So I type brief here, BR is enough, and type tab key and hit enter. You can see that my interfaces are listed here. plus the IP address. Right now I haven't assigned any IP address to my interfaces. I can see they are okay. There is no physical error, detected. I haven't set anything, so the method is unset. This is shut down. That means this is administratively down, and of course the layer 2 protocol will be down too. So I want to go to privilege mode and see what commands are available there. To do this, I type in enable command. Enable command will take you to privilege mode. I hit enter. Of course, en would be enough to type, but I typed in the whole word. So here, if I want to see what commands are available again, I can type in a question mark. I can type help as well. And whenever you typed help, you can have a brief, text that tells you how you can get help from iOS. For example, you can use question mark, as I told you previously, or you can type in some letters and see what commands or what parameters start with those characters. And these are the help that iOS provides to you and nothing more, of course. This is the features that you use in iOS. Okay, I can now have all commands that are available in user mode in privilege mode. So every command that I had used previously, I can have this here. And of course, some parameters are available in privilege mode that I could not use in user mode. If you have some commands in user mode, you can use those commands here in privilege mode with additional parameters. So if I want to, do some configuration in privilege mode, I am limited to do that. So I will go to configuration mode. To go to configuration mode, you need to type configure terminal. And of course, you can type in enough letters to distinguish this from other commands. Whenever you typed in this, you will go to configuration terminal, and you can see the command prompt is changed to config in parentheses. So now I know that I'm in configuration mode. There are other modes, for example, interface configuration mode. If I want to go to interface configuration mode, I need to type the interface name. For example, I type interface fast Ethernet 00, and I will be taken to fast Ethernet 00 interface configuration mode. You can see it by config-if in parentheses. And whenever you want to exit from this mode, you just need to type in exit. You exit, and again I want to go back to privilege mode. I type in exit again. You will be in privilege mode. And to go back to user mode, you can type in disable or exit. If you type disable, you will go to user mode. If you type in exit, you will get out of iOS. Let's see the exit command here. You can see that you will be taken off from the iOS. I type enter, I hit enter. I'm in user mode. I type enable, en is quite enough. I hit enter, I'm in privilege mode. Now I type disable, and you can see that I'm in user mode again, but I'm not out of iOS, of course. So these are the main features that you should be aware of in Cisco iOS, and I will talk about other features if I see this, if I see one in next sections.